When you're blue and kinda lonely too, you'll find a smile will go a long, long way. Though you're down, don't sit around and frown. A little smile will go a long, long way. Never grieve, just try to make believe the sky is blue, although you know it's gray. Don't you find it's just a waste of time? You'll find a smile will go a long.
Okay, we going?
Yeah.
Is that it?
That's it.
All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome. You're listening to or watching Ron and Jen's Great Escape podcast, whichever you choose. That's Ron. I'm Jen. But Ron can't stay because my pal here, it's going to be me today because Ron had a laminectomy and a laminectomy. He had back surgery and he can't sit. So there he is. Say hi, Ron.
Bye.
Yeah, bye, Ron. There he goes. So that's it. So I'll let you know if I need your help.
There's your clock.
There's my clock. So here we are. Ron and Jen's Great Escape podcast. What number is this? This is
164.
164. And Ron's out the door. There he goes. There he goes. There he goes. Takes his coffee. So it's just me. This is crazy. It's not right, but it's just me. So first of all, let's start off with this. I want to say hi to everybody, and we thank you so much for supporting. And I don't think we really say this enough. Thank you so much for supporting all that we do, whether it be our radio show on WHJJ iHeartRadio on Saturdays at 7, or whether it be reading our column that we have, which actually dropped this morning at Rhode-IslandNewsToday.com. We always have something with, it's a little salty. We talk about the issues, we give our opinions on things, and we always try to give that portion of what we do a little teeth. Ron is back with Hazel. Oh, no, I'm just going. Okay. And we also have our Facebook page, our Ron and Jen's Facebook page, which you can visit as often as you want. And there's always updates and crazy things and pictures and our column. If a lot of people don't like to go to the websites that we promote because they're too lazy. They'd rather click on the link that we share about those places. So you can do that at our Facebook page. And what else do? We do what else do we do? Oh, I guess, and then this podcast. And so, listen, I don't remember. I was driving here today, and I was thinking, because we always do the show from this is Ron's house, Ron's beautiful house in beautiful people land, and this is his great office. And I'm driving out here, and I'm thinking, you know what? If you guys just tell one friend, and then they tell their friends, and then they tell their friends, what commercial is that? I don't even know. I remember that, I think Farrah Fawcett was in that. But anyway, tell your friends all about the things that we do because we do try to have some fun. And I think when we talk about the issues, what Ron and I always say is that we want to be able to have a discussion about them. You know, so many people are angry about everything. They are. They're angry about, the next door neighbor farts and the neighbor can hear it. And all of a sudden someone's running over to their house with a machete. It's crazy out there, folks. Crazy. So there you go. We just want to say thank you for supporting us and tell all your friends about all the stuff that we do. All right. So now our sponsors, because without the sponsors, there would be no Ron and Jen's Great Escape. So we're incredibly grateful to Brenda Lee O'Hara and all that, and O'Hara Senior Care for all that they allow us to do, be, and say here. So if you would like peace of mind knowing that your loved ones are being cared for and are safe in their own home, and that's very, very important. Because when you're taking care of a parent like I am currently, you want to make sure they're safe. You can contact Brenda Lee and her team at 401-345-1811 or at o'haraseniorcare.com. They do. They, in fact, treat your loved ones like their own with care and compassion. And I love Brenda Lee. She's a great person. She runs a great organization, so give her a call, all right? We'll talk more about Operation Stand Down, one of our other sponsors, and, of course, Greg's, because they have a seasonal winter menu right now, and I gotta tell you all about the stuff that's on their menu. So let's just get this over with because everybody and their granny is talking about the Washington Street Bridge, and it separates one portion of Rhode Island to the other portion of Rhode Island. And so if it hasn't bothered you, or let's say you live down here in East Greenwich or in South Kingston or Warwick, where you don't have to go that way towards Seekonk and Taunton and East Providence and all that very often. Let me tell you, somebody that commutes that has to go see their mom in North Providence, it's been bloody hell. It's been absolute bloody hell. And the thing that has frosted my ass since day one, and Ron and I were texting the minute that we saw this, is when the people at DOT, the heads of DOT with our governor, who was, remember, fresh to a TV guy, because he was asking relevant questions, really important questions about some of the goings on at the DOT. They just were all giving everybody that attaboy. And now here we are, how many weeks later, the commute still sucks. It's a grind. It's bumper to bumper traffic. You got to pick your battles. You got to know when to go and how to travel and which route to. I mean, it's just too much thinking involved in this. Life is stressful enough. And one of the latest pressers that they've had, they're telling everybody, well, now, an option is on the table. We don't know how much it's going to cost, and we don't know if this is what the engineers are going to say. As a matter of fact, we don't even know how much it's going to cost us to have these engineers telling us all this stuff about stuff that we didn't find or know. They might have to demolish that sucker. Listen, I think we're all smart enough to know, if you're a Rhode Islander at this point, or even if you were involved in the big dig in Mass, they demolish that thing, you're looking at 3 years. You're looking at 3 years. You're looking at nightmare scenarios, and it takes one idiot to drive terribly and get into some stupid accident when you're headed 195 east if you're going home and traffic is backed up the other way for miles and miles. And so I just, everybody that's involved in that crap show, I mean, answer the damn questions. Stop giving yourself pats on the back. And I know Ron and I agree on this one. Stop giving yourself a pat on the back and do right by your constituency. You work for us. You work for us. We pay your paycheck. We pay the bills for you. What the hell happened? Is anybody going to be honest about this? Don't hold your breath, people. But you should be pissed. I am pissed. I am tired. I'm exasperated. I'm stressed out all the time. It's unfair. We don't need this. I'm seriously looking at moving. I'm looking at moving in the next 9 to 12 months. So I don't know. We'll see what happens to Ron and Jen's Great Escape. But anyway, that's that. I had to get that off my back. So the next thing is, well, as far as the Super Bowl conspiracy theories, I don't know. People were wrong. I never said that I believed in that stuff, but I did have a post up on my Facebook page. And actually, you should check out not only Ron and Jen's Great Escape, Ron's page as well. Ron St. Pierre. He's got his own Facebook page. You can friend us. And I have my own page. I think it's Jennifer Brian. I don't know. I had one Jen Brian, but I think that got hacked. So try Jennifer Brian. But I did post something that said, some TV crew had up there that it was going to be the Ravens and the 49ers and so on. I said that did not come to pass. And now no Lions. They just choked. Lamar choked. And so what we got Patrick Mahomes again. We got Patrick Mahomes again. Now I know I know why everybody hated the Patriots. I get it now. I literally loathe Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. And I mean, I really don't care about Taylor Swift. Who cares? Why is America getting so angry about Taylor Swift? Couldn't tell you. I mean, just turn the page, turn the channel. Don't look, don't listen. Taylor Swift, I don't get it. I did, though, however, watch in my Oculus headset. There was a VR experience, and it was Taylor Swift at SoFi. And she did one song. I don't listen to her music, so I don't know anything about this lady. But other than everybody's madly in love with her, for whatever reason, I do not know. But I did watch one song, and the audience was captivated, singing along, going bananas. It was like being on stage with her. So if you happen to have Oculus, they call it Meta now. If you happen to have that system, go into VR experience, and you can sit in concert with Taylor Swift for at least one of her songs. It's wild. It was a really weird experience, but that's that. So let me see. What else we got? Oh, and Michelle, before I get to the stuff on paper, Michelle Obama, for those of you into conspiracy theories, because, well, I am. I'm not sure that we went to the moon. I don't know. Japan just sent one of their, what is it, some machine. They just sent some contraption to the moon, and they landed. And I thought, how come they're not sending shots of the American flag, flowing in the wind? Well, because there's no wind up there, and it's not going to do that. But it was doing that when they showed it to us initially. 1969. Remember that? Yeah, I need to see shots of our flag on the moon to fully believe. I do. I'm one of those people. I don't know. I'm not sure that Obama is really an American citizen. I will say this, and I have no shame. I could care less. I don't know that Obama is. Why is his birth? I mean, I've never heard of a birth certificate under lock and seal in Hawaii. They locked it down. Nobody can get their hands on the original. But that's weird, right? I believe in Bigfoot and aliens too. So, I mean, call me nuts, but I think there's a lot of people like me out there, and I'm just not ashamed to admit it. So the point is, I say all that to say today that Michelle Obama, insiders are saying, get this, guys, that Obama is crawling around, talking to the mega donors, saying, psst, psst, not so fast. Joe can't do it. And come May, June, July, as we get closer to the election, they're going to announce Michelle Obama as the nominee, as the presumptive nominee. So I don't know if this is true. Megyn Kelly was talking about it on her podcast. She was talking about crazy Republicans who have these conspiracy theories. I believe it. The guy, I mean, you really think that Joe Biden's running the ship now? Look at the guy. Look, he has senior moments left and right. He has no idea what the hell is going on. And listen, this pro-Palestinian ideology, where's that coming from? That's coming from Obama's always been a sympathizer to Palestine. Always. And where's the money coming from? George Soros and gang. So I always say this, and it's so true. And I'm not the first. I just stole it. Follow the money. Follow the money, people. Follow the money. All right. Let's talk about a few things that are in the news other than what's on my mind, which is, let me see. Yeah, Bill Belichick. Let's suck for him. Dude can't get a job. I don't understand this, but I understand it. And what I mean by that is, by the way, if you're watching this, you're saying, what the hell, Jen? Where's Ron? Ron had a lemondectomy. He had his back sliced open and had stuff done. So he can't sit. The poor guy. He looks skinny. He lost a lot of weight. So he's recovering. I'm at his home doing the podcast today, so bear with me. We've got about 10 minutes left. This is fun, though. Bill Belichick can't get a gig. And a lot of people are saying it's because he's old. The guy's 72 years old. He's a control freak. He's stuck in his ways. Basically, I'll say it, he's an asshole. The guy he wants to be in charge of the cooks, the kitchen, the food prep, the people that deliver the food, and the final product. And a lot of teams aren't willing to do that. So what's his next? What's his next life going to look like? Mr. Personality. Get this, guys. They're saying he's going to be a TV analyst. For years, football fans have been treated to the widely charismatic and entertaining personality of Bill Belichick. Of course, that's tongue-in-cheek. During press conference after press conference. Well, now, with no head coaching gig in the NFL for the foreseeable future, it appears that the broadcast studio could be his next destination. Our ground sources say that every network would want to work with him, but he's a better fit in studio than in the broadcast booth. Calling the games like, Tony Romo. I mean, that guy he was great the first year. I cannot stand listening to Tony Romo now. I cannot stand listening to Tony Romo. All he says is, this is it. This is the game. Here we go. This is it. Every play, though, he does that. So anticlimactic. But I would not want to hear Bill Belichick doing that, calling the game. I would much rather see him sitting next to Boomer Esiason, Bill Cowher, and whoever else is, out there. The gang, whether it be Fox or CBS, I think he'd be that kind of a great analyst. But that's what they're saying. And they're also saying that he might be up for a coaching gig in 2025. What we do know for sure is that Bill Belichick is a foodie. He likes to eat. Right? He's standing out there with his cutoff hoodie and his man boobs. Poor guy. I don't leave him alone, Jen. He's gonna be 72. I can't, dude. You make $25 million a year. You could have somebody make your food for you. You could have a personal trainer. You can go running every day. Hell, you could have a damn gym in your house. Why you have man boobs? I do not understand this. Anyway, let's talk about food. We got the winter seasonal menu from Greg's. So what do they got? Their food and drink menu has arrived, and they have a lot of... Listen, I said this a few weeks ago, and I mean this. I have a personal relationship with a pastry counter at Greg's. Their stuff is so decadent and so delicious and so awesome. And I love the step. They know me now. I roll up and they know me and they get me the same thing all the time. And it's not on this talking point sheet here. That's what it says, talking points for Greg's. The chocolate chip cookies are to die for. They're humongous and they're so good. But right now they've got some strawberry shortcake cheesecake. Strawberry lovers get an early start with the return of the irresistible strawberry short cheesecake. This dessert is cheesecake flavored with strawberry preserves sitting on a moist yellow cake. Moist. Topped with strawberry mousse, served with strawberry sauce. Come on. What else do we got here? They have all kinds of stuff. They've got terrific lunch menus. I love their salads. Their salads are awesome. They've got massive oversized cupcakes. They've got peanut butter cake. They've got chocolate. Yes, Ron. He's got 5 minutes. They've got chocolate cake. It's, I don't know. What is it, their chocolate cake called? Death by Chocolate. They have Hi, Hazel. They have Death by Chocolate and so much more. You can sit in their restaurant. You can go to the bar. They have function rooms. You can throw baby showers, rehearsal dinners, corporate events. Listen, if you're interested in any of this or more, visit gregsusa.com to learn more about all of their locations, their menu, their winning desserts, events in their taverns, and so much more. They're clean, and that's a big deal. The quality is there, and they've been a Rhode Island tradition for over 50 years. All right, let's talk about one of my favorite things, aliens, asteroids, and all the stuff that we don't see that's floating around in the atmosphere. 5 asteroids, my friends. 5 asteroids, including the size of a sports stadium. What? Are expected to pass near Earth soon. Soon? A large asteroid, approximately the size of a sports stadium, named 2008 OS7, is on course for a close approach to Earth, coming within 1.77 million miles on February 2nd. That's Friday. People, I'm telling you, stock up on some Chef Boyardee. NASA assures us, though, there is no risk of impact, but its proximity has earned it a spot on NASA's Asteroid Watch website. This event marks the culmination of a week during which several other asteroids are also set to pass uncomfortably close to Earth. So, I don't know. On one hand, they're telling us this is not a big deal. Might be a big deal. Not a big deal. But it's on their watch list website. So, there you go. There's that. You know what? I want to also, somebody sent me an email this morning about Jean E. Carroll, the woman that just got, right? She just got $83 million for a defamation case against Donald Trump. And they said, how do you feel about this? And I listen, this is how I feel about this. This is all stuff that floats around in my head because it's just me today. This is all stuff that I think about. So I want to share it with you. Jeannie Carroll is a lunatic. If you go to my page now, there is, or you can find this on Reels. You don't have to go to my page, but I did post it on my page. There is a guy that is reporting about this case. And I lifted it from Reels and I posted it on my Facebook page. And it's all about the trial. This guy is not, it's not a biased thing. He's not, he might be for Trump, but he's talking about the facts of the case. There's not one shred of evidence. She can't remember specific dates. She doesn't know what day of the week this happened on, what year this happened on. Day of the week, I'll give her a pass on. But year, she has no idea about some of the fundamental details needed for him to be accused. It's all circumstantial. It's all her words against Trump's. And what she says that was so shocking in this video, she's sitting with Anderson Cooper on CNN. And he asks her about probably some other case that's going on that was in the news. And she said, well, he's talking about how people see rape. What do people see rape as? Her retort is, well, I think that most people, most Americans see rape as sexy. She actually said that, to which Anderson Cooper finishes her off by saying, let's take a break right away. Shocking. This woman is a lunatic. If anybody believes, and I'm a military sexual trauma survivor, I can remember exactly what happened, when it happened, what time of day it happened. I can still see the guy's face over and over and over. It's something that you don't forget. And if this has happened to you, you definitely don't say, rape is sexy. Something is very wrong with this woman, with this case. And I don't care if you hate Donald Trump. It's not about that. It's about, imagine if you were in front of a jury or in front of anybody and you're pleading your case, whether it be your money or your life, and there's not a shred of evidence, but they still find you guilty. That's what we're talking about here. That's what we're talking about. The problem with Trump is that he's not likable, and he's on the wrong side. He's on the wrong side of political history, at least according to millions and millions of people all around the world. All right, so one of the things that, why are you telling me to rap? Who cares? Well, I mean, I could go on and on and on. Well, he's a little cranky. I feel bad for him, but that's okay. He'll be back next week, and he'll be smiling and profiling. All right, so he says I got to wrap up, so I'm going to wrap up here. This is it. But I want to say thank you to, speaking of people that help people with trauma or issues that they have had in their life, or, problems, and just, I mean, listen, that whole experience, I ended up being a major alcoholic. I was before, but this took it to a whole nother level, the military sexual trauma. I was homeless. I lost everything. I lost my life. I lost my job. I was at my wit's end. I was ready to drive my car into a concrete wall. This is true. And I was working at a radio station, and I found a business card, and it was for Operation Stand Down. And I looked down, and they said, "We give you a hand up, not a handout." And I said, okay. So during a show, in the break, I called them, and they said, "Come see us. We're going to help you." And that's they helped save my life. They put my life back together for me. So if you're a veteran and you're currently serving, and you're in Rhode Island, Rhode Island's primary nonprofit for vets is Operation Stand Down Rhode Island. They help vets like they helped me. They gave me housing. They helped me find a job. They helped me with basic needs, food, toothbrush, socks. This is true. Guys, I was homeless. They helped me with my VA disability benefits. They brought me from park bench to, in my world, park place. I have a warm bed. I have a nice shower. I got a toilet, clothes, food. I'm good. If you're a vet and you need support like that, call your battle buddies over at Operation Stand Down Rhode Island. For more info, log on to osdri.org, or you can call them at 401-383-4730. All right, so I think that's it. I think that's all I have to say to all you guys out there. We love you so much, and Ron will be back next week. Thanks for watching or listening. And let me see. We want to thank our sponsors, Brenda Lee O'Hara, O'Hara Senior Care, Greg's, we love you, gregsusa.com. Check them out. And, of course, Operation Stand Down Rhode Island. There's Ron now. He's going to shut everything down and make sure that this goes on today at 2 or 3 or whenever it records. We love you guys. Mwah. See you next week.